So hey everyone, I am sorry for the hand in the way. It's just where my desk is and the position. It's kind of awkward doing this, and I've also stuck this image down so I do keep the shape of the koala in its correct spot. What I'm doing on this video is I am going to be testing colours that I want to use for my Gumleaf background. I have actually traced this onto another piece of paper to transfer it, traced this onto another piece of paper to test it because I didn't want to put it on my regular background before I knew it would work. How I get this image then onto the main image is through the use of baking paper, which I guess I'll show you later on in a bit with this. And yeah, here I go showing it now. I'm sorry, I'm having to re-record this because I discovered copyrighted content with the music I was listening to on the video, and I can't have that on the channel. So lesson, do not listen to music while recording the videos because you will have to re-record it completely again with a voiceover. So if I'm a little out with what I'm saying or stuff in this, I am sorry. It is because I'm, I guess, re-recording this using a separate voiceover whilst watching what I'm doing here. But yeah, so you can see there how the tracing sort of lines up with the image. You'll see on the back I haven't yet traced that. The reason I did front first, the right way first, is so when I trace on this back, when I then go and trace on the front, it'll transfer the image the correct way around, because we want it to trace the correct way around. However, that is in the next part, which I have scheduled for upload because I'm going away for a bit. So I am working on 3 videos for whilst I'm away, which I'll schedule for whilst I'm away. What we're going to go in here with here to test the background colours, we're going to use our Prismacolor. We have used Inktense on the Koala. So I've chosen some olive colours and that for the Prismacolor pencils, some greys, because I wanted to test with some grey shades underneath and then without grey shades, I guess you could say. See how it turns out. In the end, I actually do end up doing the leaves grey, not with colour, so it changed a bit there, but you will see that in the last video. These first 3 videos are about 20-22 minutes or so long, and then the last one's up to closer to 2 hours with the colouring. So yes, I think what we're going in with here, and you can't see it, I obviously don't hold it far enough under the thing, is 90% warm grey PC 1058. Thank goodness I already had the captions on here, so that makes it easier to know which pencil colours I'm using. So I just zoomed in a bit closer there so you can see better. I have sketched these gum leaves completely by hand. I looked at some Google images and also asked my mum for advice on how gum leaves fall and that, because she does plants and stuff like that, so she knows a bit about those things. So I sort of wanted the gum leaves and that to look, I guess, as close as possible to real life. So what we're doing first, we are outlining a couple of the darker areas because our light sources, I don't know if I've showed you yet, our light sources, as you'll see, are coming in on the angle from that top corner. So yeah, I'm showing that now with the pencil. So the light sources are coming down on that angle. So I'm basically, anywhere where there's darker shadows, where I'm putting in this grey underlayer, basically for feature parts, I am making that darker, and I'm putting some darker bits where the shadows go. And I'm just doing a light shade to make it easier for blending in the colours again. And I go over it with a bit of a darker colour again later on. And whoops, here's in the photo a bit. But why this is, my hand was basically right against the desk there because it's a slide out drawer I use to colour the image is on. So I'm doing what I can. And here's where we go in and just make those lines a bit darker. Yeah, so you can see here we are making it a bit darker around just those outskirt edges because we want those features in the leaves to stand out. I didn't do all the mix of all the veins and stuff in the leaves. I guess you could have, but I decided not to for this image. So yeah, and now we're going in with 70% warm grey. As usual, you colour that over all the previous colours. So there's some of you are probably used to, I tend to blend the colours over each other very regularly, for those who regularly watch my videos. So as you can see there, our shadows are starting to come into play. Now what we're going in with is our 30% warm grey, PC 1052. So if I have missed any of the PC numbers or whatever, you'll find them when I bring the colour in as usual. And I'm not worrying about, you may see that there is sort of a bit of a bubbly look to it at the moment. I'm not worrying so much about that because in these testers I am actually going to be bringing in the greeny colours over the top of this one, so that actually will take out the bubble thing. You'll notice in my final image with the grey background we don't have any of this bubbly bit because I have actually made it a smooth grey shade. But because this is an underlying tone, and yeah, here we go in with some of the greens, marine green, PC 988. But because we're going in with another colour on top, I didn't necessarily want those greys to be overpowering or completely smooth on there, because the other colours on the top will be smoothing those colours out. And the marine green's where our darkest shade is, but I'm sort of going with more olivey tones for these leaves. So you'll see the green there starting to show in that image. I think I was getting a piece of paper here to actually test that, and I pulled out everything else because I wanted to test what colour I was going to use next. So this one's the marine green. And then we're testing, I think it's a moss green. I can't actually remember all these colour tones because I didn't put the test colours in there because I didn't decide exactly which to use. I know this one's artichoke, and the final one is a chartreuse, but that other one there I did use. I'm not sure. The chartreuse I thought maybe a bit bright, but I figured it may work anyway. But yeah, so I think this was where I remember this one. So yeah, it's green ochre that I decided to use, PC 1091, and I blend that over the marine green colour completely. So as you'll see, the bubbly look underneath is starting to blend out with these ones now. If you notice, whenever I do have to voice over, it does make it a little more, I guess, difficult because I can't remember exactly what I've said. And here we're going with our chartreuse for the lighter colours, and I'm blending this over all the colours too. But yeah, basically when I have to voice record over something, it does make it more awkward because I can't remember exactly what I said at the time I was doing the stuff and that sort of thing, so I guess, yeah, I do the best I can with the actual voiceover. So, yeah. And we're just shading all the light areas with the chartreuse now. And we go in a bit with our green ochre again. Just doing a bit of more blending into the chartreuse. Pretty certain it is. And then we use a little bit of its artichoke, PC 1098, just to finish that bit of blending into the chartreuse. So because these are testers, I'm not too worried about the thing being as smooth as it could be. I forgot my cloth to do these tester things, so oh well. Use what you got, I guess. And I think now I'm going to go in and test without the greys for the background. So yeah, we're going to go in and test just the greens and no greys on the leaf just beside it. See what it is. So it's marine green first, which, yeah, I do show, thank you, thankfully. So yeah, we're going in with the marine green and we're highlighting all the details, the dark areas, I guess you could say, of the leaf. And then we go in with the green ochre, PC 1091. We do that over all the colours. I do happen to notice here with this that we tend to start losing some of our shadow details, or the details where the middle stem of the leaf and that is. You do tend to lose that a little bit in there. So I guess basically I'm a little unsure at this stage because, as you can see there, a lot of the details are just blending into each other and it's not working out as well. And I'm trying to darken up the marine green bit there a bit to try and get the details showing out more. Then we go in with our artichoke, PC 1098, and this is just adding in a bit of a lighter tone as well. But yeah, as you see there, you are tending to lose some details. And now it's the chartreuse, PC 989. And colouring over every area again with that pencil colour. Yeah, as you'll notice, it's a lot brighter without the greys. You probably saw a brief glimpse there. But I decide sort of you can't see the details quite as easily with the green without the grey on the background, bringing out more features of details, and I decide that I prefer the grey because it dulls out the grey-green rather than the bright green, because it seems to dull out the brightness of the green and blend them in easier. pretty certain that I decide at this point to go with the grey greens for the features, as I feel it would work better with the koala colours because the others just a bit too bright and I can't see the details quite as much in it. Like, not to say it's not a bad colour combo, but I reckon there could be better ways to blend the all greens in together. And I've still got to decide on pink tones for like the flowers, the gum tree flowers yet, which I do decide in my actual, I guess, where I colour the whole gum leaves section. And we decide to do it just on the grey. But yeah, so I think I was talking about the differences between the leaves again, but pretty much already discussed that. But yeah, I hope this helps you if you ever want to do a tester background, and I will see you later. Bye.